Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas, and today is the 5th Thursday of the month. So instead of doing another card from the Cool Treat stamp set, we get to learn a new technique. This is 5th Thursday technique class. I'll show you the card we're going to make today. I don't know if you can see it very well, but we are going to work with the embossing paste. And I promised I would do this at least once, so we weren't doing it live online for the first time. So here it is, my very first ever attempt. And let me get things cleaned up and ready for the embossing paste technique. Now I do not have my laptop set up today because, as you'll see when I talk about it, it's very important that you get your embossing paste tools in some warm soapy water immediately. So I have a pan of warm soapy water sitting out, and I didn't think it'd be very smart to have my laptop sitting right next to it, as clumsy as I am. So here we go. Okay, I am going to take the majority of my card supplies and set them aside, and then I'm going to get all of my embossing paste tools out. Here is the tub of embossing paste. It's very, very important that as you use it, you immediately put the lid back on when you get your paste out, so it will stay nice and wet and available for use. So get the lid back on, and then you can use the embossing paste white if you like, but I'm going to tint it a little bit today. So you can take whichever color of refill ink you have. We are going to be using Daffodil Delight. And you put just a couple of drops in your embossing paste. And then you can stir it up. Until it's about the color you think you'll need. I didn't put as much paste out here right now because I'm only working on one card, and I did some multiples earlier. Then I take my tool and I put it instantly in the water and switch it around. And then I'm going to line up, make sure that my card front is under my mask. And we are using the bricks, and I don't want the whole thing masked. I just want a part of it, and I just want it kind of to angle up the card. So here we go. Spread that, put that in the water. Take this up, and there we have the bricks. And I'm going to set this aside to dry, but the good news is I already did one earlier that's dry, so we can go ahead and put our card together. I'm putting the mask in the water, and I will also be putting the silicone plate in the water as well. I'm going to try to get some of this just off. Yeah, we'll just throw this whole page away so we don't get any extra on our card. Dry my hands off. Okay, now we have the rest of the card pieces over here. And so I'm going to take the card base. This, I've cut a piece of 8.5 by 11.5 widthwise. So this is hamburger style, or it's 4.25 by, no, 5.5 by 11. So when we fold it in half, that makes it 4.25 by 5.5. Let me get my bone folder out, and I will just really work on creasing that, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue on the embossed piece because I don't have any more stamping to do on there. And I'm using the multi-purpose glue. So there that is. And then I will start the stamping we're going to be doing today. We are using the In City set, and we're going to make some more Welcome Neighbors cards. That's what I've been doing today. And I'll be making stamping on here. We'll be cutting it out with Big Shot after a bit, and then stamping a little on the inside and also on the Tranquil tied strip that will go across the front. So I think I will stamp the Tranquil tied strip first. And I'm going to use the Welcome to Our Block stamp. And the basic black stamp pad, just a reminder, you find the 3 little dots and then you push and flip and push. That's how you open. And then I will get my Tranquil tied strip down here ready. It is cut at 5 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch. Move some things so I can stamp straight. And there it is. So that's all I will need the black for. So we're going to go ahead and put that away. And clean up. And then we're going to start stamping the house scene. So move that over for now. And move this paper down here. The first thing I'm going to do is the outline of the house and then the outline of the tree, because they are both using the soft suede ink. Flip this over because I got a little ink smudge on it. That's the best thing about your paper. You just flip it over if you have a mistake. So there is the house. And I will get out the outline of the tree. I'm really excited that this is the last day of August, because what that means is tomorrow is the first day of September, which makes it the day that the holiday catalog goes live. So, if you're needing anything for Christmas cards or fall cards or package decorations for presents, home decor, kind of do-it-yourself home decor items, anything like that, you'll want to come to my online launch party that starts tomorrow. So if you would like an invite, make sure you send me a message and let me know, and I will make sure you get one. Then we're going to get the little stamping blocks, the size A, and we're going to put on the leaves of the tree. I don't always do the best job lining up my two-step stamps, but when I don't get them exactly, I try to make sure I'm off the other direction, and so it fills in the entire outline at least. And then we will be doing, I think we'll use the Daffodil Delight next. That's the same color that we tinted our embossing paste with, and that is the color we will be using to fill in the color of the house. I'm going to try to get that right where it needs to be. No promises. Oh, it's pretty close. Then I have the sun, which we'll also do in Daffodil Delight. And we will be doing the sun on the inside of the card as well. Let me find that sun. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp the outline of the sun, and then I will move this and we will stamp the outline of the sun on the inside of the card. And then I'll be changing stamps to the interior of the sun, the little circle. So here we go. Let's see if I can match that up. Oh, pretty good. And then we'll bring it the neighborhood design that I'm working on over here. Match it up. And the last thing we have are the clouds. And the clouds also will go on both the inside and the outside of the card. So, get my little cloud stamp, and I have chosen to just do the outline of the cloud. There's also the interior of the cloud without the outline in this stamp set, but this just goes to show you can just use the outlines, you can just use the inside of two-step stamps, or you can use them both. There's that. And let me grab the inside. Okay. Clean up my stamp, and then I am finished with the stamps, so I will put them away. Put the ink away, and we will finish up the card. Put my stamp blocks away. I am going to go ahead and use the fast fuse on the strip that we will be attaching to the front, because part of it will go over the embossing paste. And I just want to make sure it sticks like it should. Always make sure you check mark to cut it off. Okay, there's that. And while I have the fast fuse out, I figure I might as well, sorry, my refill had fallen over. I wanted to make sure the lid wasn't loose. Might as well do the interior of the card. If it ever comes off, you have to make sure that there is still the adhesive running, because you need to do a check mark to cut it cleanly. And then we will attach this on the inside of the card. And then I will get my big shot up here. And we will be cutting out this little scene with a stitched shape thinlet. So we are using a square because we are going to be making a diagonal shape. Make sure to remember to get my cutting pad on there. And then we have the diagonal shape. And then the other cutting pad and send it through. We'll move all of this now. And here is the stitched shape thinlet. It leaves a nice edging around the cutout shape. This time it was a square. And then we're going to get some dimensionals. And put them on the back. Dimensions. Take these little papers off. I'm seeing that I really need to vacuum in here. My little papers off my dimensionals get everywhere. And then we will just set that right here. And we have today's card. There it is. There's the inside. So I'm going to look at you again for a second. That is the new embossing paste. And what I love the most about it is I can tint it whatever color I'm needing for my card, for my project. And I haven't tried it myself, but I have heard that there is no limit to the masks you can use your embossing paste with. Whatever thin list you have, just cut out a window sheet, and then you can use that window sheet over and over and over for a thinlet for your cards and your embossing paste. So that's that. I will see you next week. It will be September, and we will be starting the Jars of Love for the month of September. And if you want to come to the holiday online launch party, go ahead and send me a message, and I'll make sure you get an invite. Also, that I will be at the Walnut River Festival this month. So come check me out, find out what kind of happenings, classes, and other things I have going on. It'll be great to see you. I'll have a make and take. We can do something fun together. And I will see you all here next week as we start the Jars of Love project.